This is Cadillac Unscripted on 107.9 CDY. It's sponsored by Independent Bank. It's time for another Cadillac Footliters show, and I'm flying solo today. Katy Huckle is not able to be with us today, but that's okay because we're talking Footlighters today, and this has been a common theme on Cadillac Unscripted over the last couple of years. When the Footlighters have a show, we want to have them in to promote. So we've got Jay Simon and Melissa Kendell with us, two of the cast members of Clue. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So, starts next week and runs for 2 weeks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
So, tell us how Clue came to be chosen as a Footlighters show.
Well, we had been talking about Clue for a few years, actually. We have a play selection committee, and
Let me ask you, play selection committee.
Yes.
So, are there fist fights? Are there arm wrestling contests?
That's part of the reason I would like to be on that committee, but I'm not on it.
I'm
so
not
I
on
don't
it
know how
either,
works.
and that's okay. We do our job in other committees, but we have a wonderful play selection committee, and we let them kind of handle all that, but we are able to give them suggestions. And Clue is a favorite of mine, so I had suggested a few times. It's been a favorite of other people in the cast as well, so it was well received, and it came at a time where we needed to find something that had a wide appeal, and this is a non-musical and a non-musical slot that would be good for a lot of different ages, and it worked out perfectly.
When it comes time for you to choose, do you have X number of musicals and X number of regular plays that are planned for the year?
I think the plan in the past was always, there's typically, the cadence we run now, I think, is there are 6 plays that we put on. 4 are quote unquote adult, for adults. 1 is our junior Footlighters, and then 1 is our new teen thing. And that's something we've been doing now for a few years. Of those 4 adult shows, it always feels weird saying adult shows because they're not, but you know what I'm saying.
How about shows for adults?
Shows for adults.
That's a good...
Shows for adults.
Yes.
Family radio. Of those 4, I believe historically, and I've only been with Footlighters since the spring of 17, so I don't know for certain, but I think typically the spring show was a musical. They did at least one musical. Musicals are usually very well attended. The best attendance for anything non-juniors. Juniors is the most well attended because every kid you put in that show is going to bring,
mom and dad,
grandparents and
sisters,
parents,
brothers.
Yes. So those are always very well attended and wonderful. But the best shows the most well attended shows Footlighters has done in the past have always been musicals. That being said, while there are certainly people not afraid to make fools of themselves on stage in front of other people, not all of them are willing to sing and make fools of themselves. And so it can sometimes be a little more difficult to find the right people for a musical. So, but I thought we were moving towards sort of a 2 and 2 cadence.
2, right. Well, our Junior Footlighters is a musical.
It is, yes.
And we do have, our upcoming musical auditions are in a few weeks is for Mamma Mia.
Yeah, we got to drop that too.
We're going to talk about, we'll concentrate on Clue first, but I do want you to get that in here before we finish.
Just trying to think, but we're to 2 musicals per year, one of which being.
Well, this year we didn't, because we did Love Loss, we did The Guys. We're doing Clue, and then the next one is Mamma
It's a little
Mia.
bit different last year because of,
We didn't know how things were going to open up following the pandemic. Love Loss was done with our partners at Raven, which was great. Different venue, very well attended. That went off great. The Guys was a special show for the 20th anniversary of 9/11, and so there was only 2 cast members in that, and so that was a little different as well. We put on the first weekend, it was completely free out at the Pavilion, another new venue for us. And then these next 2 are a little more traditional in the sense that, Clue is going to be at the Cadillac Auditorium, and it's a straight play that's, non-musical and pretty sizable cast. And it's going to be, it's a lot of fun.
Before we get to Clue, I'd like to go back to the musicals. Musicals are harder to cast, probably also a lot more difficult and more intense to rehearse. Am I right?
Yes, there are more components, definitely, because you have the musical component. We have, a live pit. So there's a musical director. We have there's choreography.
Yeah, you have dance numbers.
Dance numbers and dancing, and you have acting, obviously. So it is more challenging, definitely in a lot of ways. More fun. They're really fun. They are. Just a lot of moving parts and moving pieces. And we really enjoy doing them and putting them on. And we'd love people to come out for them even more and just get a sense of what they're all about and learn about how fun they are.
Going back to Clue, now the new show that's about to be done by the Footlighters, let's talk a little bit. Just before we started here, you said this is a show that you had personally has been a favorite of yours.
Yes.
Why?
I love murder mysteries. I love comedies. I like dark comedy. This is all of them. I love that the time, period, the retro in the 1950s. The actors in the original Clue movie. I mean, as a board game, we all grew up playing Clue.
Absolutely.
So then when the movie came out and the cast of comedians in the movie, I just loved. So it's just one of those movies that we would watch every year. Like younger, and then even with our kids, they had already seen it by the time we are putting on the show several times. It's just kind of my genre for a fun.
It's so over the top.
Yeah.
The movie is Tim Curry and that cast, those comedians, those people are incredible comedic actors, and their timing is so good, and it's just that movie is so campy and over the top and hilarious. And the best thing about this play is it's based on that screenplay. It was written by this play is written by somebody else, but it was based on the screenplay, and so it has all of your favorite elements from that movie are in this play in some form or another. Obviously, there's some differences. We're not going to ruin those differences for you, but the ending is a little different. It's got some twists or whatever, but it's pretty faithful to the movie.
Yes.
And
tracks very closely with the movie.
Yeah, and it's so much fun to be in because
some scenery chewing going on.
Oh goodness gracious, yes. we've talked about this before that anytime you're acting, your job as an actor is to go as big as possible and let the director say, okay, whoa, let's bring that back down a little bit. You don't want the director to have to tell you, go big, go big, go big. This cast, we've got some new faces. There's a few new faces in this show, which is terrific. We're always looking, we always want new blood. But there is nobody shy in the show. Okay. The scenery chewing, as you so aptly put it, is off the charts. It's and the give and take, the way everybody plays off of each other and the way the different characters interact with each other, because we all know each other pretty well. There's some new people but we all know each other pretty well. We've acted on the things together, and it's we play off each other really well. And when the timing is there, and it's really beginning to come together. Hopefully, right? Because we open in 7 days. It's hilarious. And the rare times when somebody will be at rehearsal who hasn't seen anything yet, and when we're making them laugh literally out loud while they're watching us just rehearse, gives us hope that this is going to be something really special and a lot of fun.
Yes.
So before we get to the cast members, I know you did some research ahead of time. So why don't you share some of the Clue research that you have done?
Well,
we're going all the way back to the board game.
All the way back to the board game.
How it originated.
Yes, the board game. I knew that it was, older. I thought it was maybe the 50s, but 1949 is when the board game came out. So it's 73 years.
Yeah, it's
People
crazy.
have been playing Clue and still playing Clue, and they keep coming out with newer versions and updated versions. Mm-hmm. The movie 1985, and the board game is Parker Brothers.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Yes.
Parker Brothers.
It's somewhat surprising, isn't it, that it took them 36 years to make a movie version of this game? Is that surprising to you?
I don't know, because there are a lot of games out there that I'm not. Maybe I'm missing it, but is there ever been a good Monopoly movie?
I don't know,
Right?
but you're my Mr. Moneypenny.
The game kind of lends itself, I guess, to it, right? Somebody had to come up with an idea for a script with it, if you will. But I don't know. I'm glad they did. I mean,
Yes.
it really is hilarious.
It really is. It's a good sign when you're on stage in the cast and we know everyone's lines and you're still holding back laughter and trying to stay in character because everyone else is making you laugh. So
that's always a good sign.
So,
Absolutely.
good sign.
So who's the Tim Conway of your group?
Tim Conway or Tim Curry?
Tim Curry.
Well, Tim Conway. I'm
Okay,
saying
I
Tim
see what you're
Conway
saying. Oh, no, I got what you're
because
going.
I'm thinking
Yes.
the dentist Carol Burnett
Yes,
skit
yes.
where Harvey Korman could not keep a straight face.
Yes, that's a great point.
Who's that person in your cast?
The one that does that to everybody else?
Yeah.
Gosh,
Does it to
I'd have to say it was Brandon Pelletier.
Probably, yeah.
Brandon Pelletier plays Colonel Mustard as we start to get into the cast, so we'll start sharing some names here. So Brandon Pelletier plays Colonel Mustard, and Brandon's ability to give you even a facial gesture. He caught me a couple of rehearsals ago when another character was speaking, and I was watching this character speak, and then I glanced over toward where Brandon was standing, and Brandon was making this face of like pure joy and surprise at what the person was saying. And I'd never seen him do it before. And I burst out, I laughed. I couldn't help it. I'll kill him if he does it on stage, but it just, he's so.
Well, it's going to be up to you to hold it.
Yes.
It is.
Because
it was in
with
character.
Brandon.
Yeah, it was in character. It was perfectly appropriate. But yeah, I think Brandon's the one who tends to find these moments, and it's a lot of he's a very good physical comedian. And again, I don't want to spoil anything, but Melissa can attest to some of the stuff, the shenanigans that Brandon has gotten up to with certain scenes. You're always trying something a little different in rehearsal, right? You're waiting for the director to say, hey, that was it. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I want. And so if you're a good actor, you try different things during rehearsal to get that from your director. Brandon takes that to a level I don't know that anybody else does. He's I want to say more, but I can't because I'll spoil it. But trust me, you'll enjoy him.
So we were going to talk about the cast, but let's go with the directors. Let's go with the directors first, and then the cast. Who is in charge of this production?
So it's Meg Santangelo and Julie Van Heidsma. And Meg is, this is her first time directing, co-directing with Julie. And I don't know that you would know that.
No,
I mean,
agree.
she's fantastic director and organized, has a really good artistic eye. So it's been wonderful.
That's interesting. I find Megan to be very stoic, having worked with her before at the Name That Tune that her husband hosts.
Mm-hmm.
That's very interesting. That's cool. And that's she's a first-time director, right?
Yeah, she's
for the
assistant.
Footliters?
Yeah, she's assistant director.
Assistant director before.
So you're getting back to the new blood thing there, which is good.
And she's been
also
on stage.
Yeah, she's also been on stage with us.
Yes.
And she was in
Love, Lost, and What I Wore.
She was in Leaving Iowa,
Boing,
and she was in Boing Boing. She played a ensemble, sort of multiple characters in Leaving Iowa, and really did well. I think that might have been her. Was that her first
Incident.
show? No, she was in Curious. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But in Boing Boing, she played the maid, the put upon maid of Brandon Pelletier's lead character, and killed it. I mean, she did a fantastic job. But she's got a very good eye for what she wants to see. Julie's been directing for 30 plus years, and her gift is that big picture, being able to look at everything in a big picture and keep all the components moving. And so Meg's been able, I think, to focus on our rehearsals and what we're doing on stage and the little moments that make a show like this and what make it so much funnier. She's been very good about that with her direction and stuff. I've enjoyed her as a director for the show.
Yes, absolutely.
Rest of the cast, who's who?
Okay, so Wadsworth, Joe Bauman.
Mm-hmm.
And Mr. Green is sitting right here. Jay is Mr. Green. Brandon is Colonel Mustard. Newcomer to Footliters, Craig Scudder, is Professor Plum. And then we have Yvette, the maid, is Jeannie Delgado. And Shayna Biller is Mrs. White.
Mm-hmm. Yourself. You are Miss Scarlet.
Miss Scarlet. Barb Sicoli is
Mrs.
Peacock. And
Heather Branham plays the
Branham
cook.
is the cook.
Yeah, Branham. Branham or Branham? I got in trouble for this last time. She's going to kill us. Yes.
Heather Branham.
Heather B.
Heather Branham.
She plays the cook.
Chris Hill is Mr. Body.
Yep.
My husband, Skip Kendell, is the chief of police. He's in it. We have R.A.
Oh, he can pull that off.
Oh, yeah.
Ray is Throop is
Ray
she's
Throop.
she's and oh my gosh, he is playing.
He's playing the motorist.
Motorist.
As well as the backup cop to the chief of police.
Yes, and Derek Singalab
is the unexpected
cop. And
well, do we mention Bill? Should we mention Bill?
Oh.
What Bill's role is? How do you say his last name? Bish.
Just
yes.
look for him.
Yes.
That's all we'll say.
Bill Bish will be on stage, but you might not notice him. You'll have to look closely.
Well, you will, but you might not.
You may not realize it was him. Yes. I think that's it. Gosh, I hope we didn't miss anybody.
Right. We cannot. Listen, if I
should
could
look up
forget myself. Yes.
I should look
You
up
know
the
what?
post.
This would be a great time to take a break while
Singing
you
telegram.
both look at your phones.
Singing telegram.
The
girl.
magic of radio. We will be. Oh, go ahead, Jay.
Well, yes.
We got.
Yes.
I don't know Maddie's last name off the
Maddie
top
is
of my
a
head.
singing telegram girl.
I'm going to make sure I have her last name, otherwise I'm going to feel terrible. So go ahead and we'll take that break.
Let's take the
go
break.
Ahead.
We want to get all the names right. So
Yes.
we'll take a break, get a look at your forecast, and we'll be back to talk not only the rest of Clue, but also Mamma Mia auditions. And we also have not talked yet about our big Katy cake giveaway for our Facebook fans. So come on back. Part 2 of Cadillac Unscripted with Jay and Melissa from the Footlighters next on 107.9 CDY. It's sponsored by Independent Bank. Cadillac Unscripted, Part 2, 107.9 CDY with Jay Simon and Melissa Kendell from the Cadillac Footlighters, getting ready to present to you Clue starting next week. And we need to finish out the cast with the last person we need to mention.
Yes, we mentioned Maddie Smith, a newcomer to Footlighters. She plays the singing telegram girl.
Okay.
So Maddie, R.A. Throop, Rhea, Craig, and Bill, those four, I believe, are all new to Footlighters stage, not necessarily new to acting. Maddie has done some stuff up at OTP and Old Town Playhouse in Traverse City. But this is her first time in a Footlighters show, as well as, like I said, Craig, R.A., and Bill.
Okay.
Yep.
So give us the dates, the times, the locations.
January 14th and 15th, January 21st and 22nd. All those shows are at 7 p.m. And then we have a matinee on Saturday, January 22nd at 2 p.m. You can get tickets online, at the door, or at our outlets. They are $10 in advance at our outlets. Those are Brinks Custom Framing, the UPS Store, and Horizon Books. You can also go online, CadillacFootlighters.com/tickets. Those will be $11, and then at the door, they are $12.
So get them early. Save a couple bucks.
Absolutely.
14th, 15th, 21st, and 22nd showtimes are 7 p.m. each day, except you do have a matinee on the 22nd.
So 5 shows, correct.
Okay, 5 shows.
Yeah, we're doubling it up on the 22nd.
And what's next for the Footlighters after Clue?
Well,
Mamma Mia is next.
See, that's the show that was about to be cast.
auditions were that Sunday,
Yes.
the 14th of March. The only reason I remember this so
2020.
distinctly was I was coming back from Arizona from a vacation. That was the week. The 10th is when the NBA shut down. I operate based on the NBA from my head for some reason. And auditions were Sunday, Monday, that 14th, that weekend. And I think by that midweek, most everything had shut down. I know my department had been sent home to work from home, and everything had hit the proverbial fan at that point in 2020. So yeah, we never even got to audition for that, audition people for that one.
So there was a lot of excitement already at that point. So there's got to be double the excitement to finally cast this.
I can tell you, Rich, we had 44 people signed up for auditions at that point. which is a good number.
Already signed up,
Yeah.
and there's always more than sign up.
Yeah, a
to
lot of
show
times
up.
people will just
And people
show,
have
yeah.
been talking about it now for 2 years. During this entire time, when we started to perform again, the question was, "Are you doing Mamma Mia? When's Mamma Mia? Are you doing Mamma Mia?" So we're excited to announce that it is on its way, and auditions are soon. They're January 23rd and 24th.
Okay. Where at?
They are actually at First Presbyterian Church on 221 Harris Street. And Sunday, January 23rd, the auditions are at 3:30 to 6:30. And then Monday, on the 24th, they are 6 to 8. You do not have to be at both auditions.
You do not, right. We're doing something different. Sorry to interrupt you. We're doing something a little different this year, too, we were planning to do this with the show before. But so Julie Van Heitzma is directing the show as well. Aren't you?
I am assistant choreographer.
Assistant choreographer,
Assisting,
okay. I knew you
Jen
were
Reagan.
on the team. I just didn't know what your role was. One of the things they're going to do is, in order to try and get more people to come out and kind of get their feet wet with us, is we're going to have something called a pit choir. We're also going to have a musical pit for playing the music, but we're going to have a pit choir. So what this is individuals who are gifted singers, people who they enjoy singing. You sing in the shower all the time. You sing everywhere you go, but you'd never dreamt of trying to do it on stage. You just can't imagine doing that. You don't want to act and sing, but you love to sing. This is a perfect opportunity for that, because we want to put those people together to kind of fill out the sound with the actors. It's not a huge cast. If you've seen the movie, it's not a huge number of people. This isn't Music Man, for example. But to fill that out, they want this pit choir, if you will, to kind of give the music a little more punch and to add some more voices and to give some more people some experience, because, as Melissa will tell you and I will tell you, once you dip your foot into the waters, you're hooked. You're not going anywhere.
So it's going to give you a chance to hook in a few more.
We're hoping.
Exactly.
We're hoping. Yeah, absolutely.
And we do have-
so that day, so if that's what you want to audition for, if that's your only real interest, if you can come on Sunday, come at 3:30. They will go through those folks first, because you do have to sing for the director, part of your audition. And then you don't have to stay for the rest of it, because the rest of it will likely be line reading as well as dance call stuff. So
and singing.
If that's right. But if you're only interested in the pit choir, if you can come on Sunday at 3:30. If you can't and you have to come on Monday or whatever, please do. If you need to come later, I don't want to steer anybody away from that, but that's kind of the idea, from what I understand, is that first hour is going to be dedicated to that pit choir piece of it.
So that's 28th, 29th, 30th? Is that what?
23rd and 24th.
23rd and 24th.
So it's literally the Sunday after Clue closes. It's that Sunday.
Gotcha.
It's that Sunday. And we should say it's Jill Hahn, Julie Van Heitzma, and Jill Hahn are directing.
Okay.
Jen Reagan, choreographer.
Yep.
I'm assisting Jen.
So Mamma Mia is that going to be an auditorium show as well?
It is.
Okay.
Yes.
Can we say for sure?
I think at this point the
which?
venue is not settled. We do need to have it in a venue that will be good for a musical.
I was going to
Spectacular.
say, because you're gonna have a pit musicians here and a pit choir here, you're going to have a lot of room in front of the stage.
Right. We won't be doing it upstairs at Raven.
Yes.
That was wonderful for Love Lost and What I Wore. It was wonderful. And the Elks was perfect. We've had some great venues. And the auditorium is always wonderful. Cadillac High School Auditorium. So it's not announced yet.
When it comes, with regard to Mamma Mia, stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Watch the Footliters Facebook page.
Yes,
Exactly.
please do. Please follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram. Melissa is a big Instagram person, so follow us on there as well, please.
I'm glad you are multimedia, social media people, because I only got time for one. Most of us do.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
It's true.
All right, so let's circle back to Clue and why folks should go, and when it will be, and where it will be.
January 14th and 15th.
So that is next Friday and Saturday.
Correct.
Okay.
And then the 21st and the 22nd, all of those shows. All those shows at 7 p.m. And we have a Saturday matinee on January 22nd at 2 p.m. Tickets are $10 in advance. Brinks custom framing. UPS Store, and Horizon Books. They are $11 online. Go to CadillacFootlighters.com/tickets, and they are $12 at the door.
And one more time, dates for Mamma Mia auditions.
Auditions are January 23rd and 24th at the First Presbyterian Church. If you go to our Facebook page, we did have the audition hub linked there. I can't really give you that link. That's a little lengthy for radio, but go to Facebook, follow us there. You'll find that post.
You can get there through Instagram as well.
You can, yes. Our link tree in our bio, we have that link there as well.
And remember, Footlighters.
Probably have it on our website too.
Footlighters is FOOTLITERS.
Yes, exactly right.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, guys.
Old school footlights.
Good luck with Clue. We're looking
What?
forward to
What?
it.
What?
Break
What?
the leg.
Break a leg with Clue.
Knocking. Where's the
Yeah,
wood?
you're talking to a non-theater guy here.
Okay, we're all set. I found
Melissa
some wood to knock on.
just frantically found wood to knock on.
We're surrounded by that here.
Yes.
Break a leg with Clue, and we'll have you guys, somebody from the Footlighters back in advance of Mamma Mia.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wonderful.
It's a hilarious show, folks.
It is.
Really,
You will love it.
yes. Please come out. Please come out. We should also mention, this will be on the posters. It's going to be on the door. We are encouraging masking and social distancing.
Yes.
There are
is
720 seats in that Cadillac auditorium, so there's plenty of room.
There's room.
To separate yourself from other patrons. Wear a mask. We just want people to be healthy and be able to come in and have fun. We'll still hear you laugh, even if you're masked. It's okay.
Great. All right. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you.
We'll look forward to seeing you again soon for another Footlighters chat. But I do want to mention one thing before we leave, that next week on the 15th of January, we will announce a winner of one of those famous decadent rich Katy cakes. These are handmade by Katy Huckle, my co-host, and we decided we wanted to do this in honor of the second anniversary of our show and also our 100th show, which was just a few weeks ago. So go to our Facebook page, Cadillac Unscripted on 1079 CDY, like it, and then just type "I'm in" as your post.
Ooh.
And you will have a chance to be a winner of one of those 6 flavored cakes that Katy is so good at making. So get on Facebook and like the show. We appreciate that. And join us next week for more local chat, same time, same station, sponsored by Independent Bank. It's Cadillac Unscripted on 1079 CDY.